Feeling that cost of living crunch? Labara are here to help.
All I want is great customer service and network, but for less.
That's why Labara gives you 15 gigabytes of 5G data and unlimited UK minutes and text for just £10 a month. Plus, no contract, change or cancel anytime.
An excellent customer service.
So what's stopping you joining the bill-busting revolution? Labara. More for less.
Half is fake, but everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. Hey, what's the matter with the bright red lights? Hey, in the moment when the world went blind.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome back to the British Summer Championships 2023. We are on day number 3. This is our finals session. We're here at Ponsford, Sheffield. This is what we've got coming up. I'm Liz Johnson. I'll be taking you through the action. We'll start with the men's 200 metres butterfly. Then we have backstroke for everybody. It's the women's 100 metres backstroke. Then both multi-class 100 metres backstroke. And then the men's 100 metres backstroke, before we move on to the women's 200 metres breaststroke, followed by the men's and women's multi-class 50 metre butterfly, the men's 50 metres breaststroke, and we will finish up with the women's 200 metres individual medley. Our first set of medal presentations will happen around just before 6:15. They will be for the 200 metres butterfly and the multi-class 100 metres backstrokes, as we just wait for our officials to enter poolside and take up their positions. And then we will get on with our first final of the evening. Here come onto the poolside the finalists for the men's 200 metres butterfly. Our first final will be the 14-15 years age group. In lane 0, it's Matthew Just of City of Leeds. In lane number 1, Daniel Codaverde, Stockport Metro. In lane 2, it's Samuel Sutcliffe of Ramsbottom. In lane 3, Maxwell McAdam of Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. In lane number 4, Llewellyn Porter, Camden Swiss Cottage. In lane 5, Aidan Orpin, Sutton and Cheam. In lane 6, Gabriel Shepherd, City of Leeds. In lane 7, Thomas Wolfenden, City of Leeds. In lane 8, it's Ralph Sarecki of Mount Kelly Swimming. And in lane 9, Joshua Burkle, Sutton and Cheam. Here is your start list for this men's 14-15 years 200 metres butterfly final. Llewellyn Porter in lane 4 comes into this one, ranked number 1. He will be the pre-race favourite. Some excellent swims this morning, particularly from the athletes in the outer lanes in this final. Going well down this first 50 metres is the 2 swimmers in the centre lanes, Porter and Orpin. Also going well in lane number 2, Sam Sutcliffe of Ramsbottom, and it is Sutcliffe that turns first, 27.89, ahead of Orpin and Porter. They are your top 3 after the first 50. Now it is Orpin in that red cap for Sutton and Cheam, who edges in front at the moment. As we come to the halfway point, it will be Orpin that touches first with a slither of an advantage. 1 minute, 0.49 for him, 1 minute, 0.68 for Porter, and Sutcliffe turned there in third, just 8/100ths ahead of El Mokadem in lane 3. In the heats, this is where Porter started to move through the field, the swimmer in lane 4. He's got company this evening from Orpin as we head into the final turn. And it is now Llewellyn Porter at the front, just by 0.2 of a second from Orpin. These 2 athletes are in front. They lead the way, and now Llewellyn Porter starts to put on the gas as he moves away from Orpin as we enter the final 15 metres. There's a race on for the bronze medal, but it will be Llewellyn Porter who touches the wall, stops the clock in a time of 2:05.23. Aidan Orpin, 2:06.51. And the battle for bronze goes to the men's 200-metre freestyle champion from last night, Gabriel Shepherd of City of Leeds, with that strong finish. Best times all round there for those medalists. They are your official results. Llewellyn Porter is the champion. On to poolside come your finalists for the men's 16 years 200 metres butterfly final. In lane 0, it's Charlie Rance of Nevington Spa. In lane 1, Ethan Stubbs Green of Millfield. In lane 2, Raheel Mahood of Romford Town. In lane number 3, it's Wongsakorn Pattersman of Plymouth Leander. In 4, it's Isaac Buchan of Northumberland and Durham Performance. In lane number 5, representing Soundwell, it's Jack Brown. In 6, representing the city of Sheffield Swim Squad, it's Miles Kinlan. In 7, for Plymouth Leander, it's Matthew Hamilton. In lane 8, for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson, it's Tom Hawkins. And in lane 9, representing Barnet Copdale, it's Dante Sinot. Here is your start list for the men's 16 years 200 metres butterfly final. Good start there from Jack Brown in lane number 5. He had the best reaction time along with Rounce down in lane 0. Now that they are up and into their strokes, it is Brown with a very slender lead down this first 50 meters. Going well at the top of the pool is Hawkins in lane 8 as we come into the first turn. And it is Hawkins that gets the touch after 50 meters, 27.71 for him, ahead of Jack Brown. And in third position at that turn, it's Kinlan, the City of Sheffield swim squad in lane 6. Down now we go to the bottom of the pool and going very well for Millfield. It's Stubbs Green in lane 1 and 1 lane up from him, Mahmood of Romford Town. They've had a good second 50 meters here as it's tight into the turn, still leading the way at the top of the shot. It's Hawkins from lane 8 from Mahmood, and Stubbs Green now in third position by a 10th of a second. Now they're trying to make their move on this third length. Going well. It is still Hawkins at the top in lane 8 for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. As we come under the flags and into the final turn, it will be Hawkins that leads down the final 50 meters. Good turn there for Mahmood in lane 2 in that yellow hat of Romford Town. Now we can see going very well in 7, it's Hamilton of Plymouth Leander. The noise is increasing in this pool, but at the bottom of the shot, Stubbs Green of Millfield. He's going well in that green hat. As we come into the final 5 meters, and it's going to be very tight. It's going to come down to the touch. And it is Ethan Stubbs Green of Millfield, 2:06.66. Just 3 100ths ahead of Jack Brown in lane 5 for Soundwell coming through there. And then 2:07.05 for Matthew Hamilton to take the bronze medal for Plymouth Leander. There are your official results of the men's 16 years, 200 meters butterfly. Ethan Stubbs Green of Millfield is your champion. Our next event will be the men's 17 years 200 meters butterfly final, and the athletes are making their way onto poolside. In lane 0, it's Samuel Cook representing Corby. In lane 1, Samuel Ryan representing Mount Kelly Swimming. In lane 2, it's Henry Gray representing Chelsea and Westminster. In lane 3, it's Samuel Lander for Mount Kelly Swimming. In lane 4, David Annis, the Royal Wolverhampton School. In lane 5, Scott Fleming of East Kilbride. In lane 6, it's George Moore, City of Leicester. In lane 7, Kieran Lennox of University of Aberdeen Performance. In lane 8 is Angelo Gianni Contini of Newcastle Swim Team. And in lane 9, it's Nikita Sharakin of Thurrock Swimming Club. Here are your start list for the finalists, the men's 17 years, 200 meters butterfly. we go. Best reaction time coming from lane number 9. That's Sharakin right at the top of your picture, but going well. At the moment, it's Lennox in lane 7 for the University of Aberdeen Performance. The rest of the swimmers pretty evenly matched. The top of the pool is where the action is down this first 50 meters. It is Lennox that turns first in 27.09, then Sharakin 27.57, and Gray and Lander both third on 27.67 after that first 50 meters. Going well there in lane 3. It's Samuel Lander, but one lane closer to us in 2. Gray of Chelsea and Westminster having a great second 50 as we hit the halfway point, and he will turn first in a time of 58.91. Lennox second, 59.52, and 7/100ths behind. It's Annis in that centre lane, lane 4 for Royal Wolverhampton School. The noise is increasing in this venue, and so is the pace of these swimmers as we go down this third very important 50. Going well in lane number 4, it is Annis. It looks like he will hit the front to go into the final 50, just 5/100ths ahead of Henry Gray, still in this race. There you see David Annis, Royal Wolverhampton School, going well, being challenged by Henry Gray in lane 2. Annis with the advantage, coming back strongly, one lane up from him. It's Fleming of East Kilbride. As we go under the flags and into the wall, and it will be Annis who touches 2:04.03. Second, Henry Gray, Chelsea and Westminster, 2:04.41. And third it was Scott Fleming of East Kilbride, 2:05.32 was his time. There are your official results, and your champions, David Annis of Royal Wolverhampton School. Here come your finalists for the men's 18 years, 200 meters butterfly. In lane 0, representing Novio Sirkar, it's Johan Cressy Rogers. In lane 1, representing Leatherhead, it's Dominic Morgan. In 2, it's James Cleaver for Beckenham. In lane 3 for Mount Kelly, Riccardo Lucarelli. In lane 4 for City of Manchester Aquatics, it's Ruben Robotham Keating. In 5 for the Royal Wolverhampton School, it's James Sevchenko. In 6 for Warren DeBarth, it's Brody Gordon Gibson. In 7, it's James Froggatt for City of Birmingham. In 8, it's Albert Branch of Seven Oaks. And in lane 9, for Maxwell, it's Samuel Pyfinch. Good reaction time from Pyfinch up at the top of the pool in lane 9, but your pre-race favourite will be Robotham Keating in lane 4 for City of Manchester Aquatics. He swam comfortably in the heats, 3 seconds off of his best time, so he'll be looking to challenge that this evening, but going well. In lane number 2, it's James Cleaver of Beckenham. And at the turn, it is Cleaver, 26.71, 6/100ths ahead of Robotham Keating, with Gordon Gibson of Warrender Bath turning in 3rd position after that first 50. There is Cleaver of Beckenham, 1 lane up from him. It is Lucarelli of Mount Kelly. He's sandwiched between Cleaver and Robotham Keating as they come into the 100 metres. Bit of a glide there from lane 2's Cleaver, but enough to take the touch at the halfway point. 57.45 to Robotham Keating's 57.68, with Lucarelli 58.45 for 3rd at the turn. Now Robotham Keating is stamping his authority on this 200-metre butterfly final as he makes his move, and going with him, Lucarelli, 1 lane closer to us. As they come into the final turn, it will be Robotham Keating that hits the front and leads the way. 129.45 him, Lucarelli 129.72, and Gordon Gibson of Warrender Bath with a strong third 50 there to turn in 3rd. As they head down this final 25 metres, Robotham Keating is being challenged. Lucarelli has come up on his shoulder, and maybe even it looks to be taking the lead. This is going against the form guide. And it is Riccardo Lucarelli who's going to finish very strongly. He's going to take this one, 2:01.32 for the victory. Ruben Robotham Keating has to settle for silver in 2:02.38. And James Shevchenko of the Royal Wolverhampton School coming through right at the end there with a very fast finish, 2:03.14. You could see how much that meant to Lucarelli there. Finished very quickly, 31.68, that final 50. There is confirmation of that result. Your champion, Riccardo Lucarelli of Mount Kelly. Well, the athletes for our next final, the men's 19 years and over 200 metres butterfly, are making their way onto poolside. In lane 0, Thomas Sansom of Loughborough University. In lane 1, it's Rhys Edwards of Swansea University. In 2, it's Andrew Bertoli of University of Stirling. In lane 3, Charlie Broom, City of Leeds. In lane 4, Thomas Bealey, University of Aberdeen Performance. In lane number 5, it's Antonio Rodriguez of Swansea University. In lane number 6, Patrick Braddock, Swansea University. In lane number 7, Joshua Gammon, representing University of Bath. In lane number 8 is James Woodward of Hatfield. And in lane number 9, it's Aaron Fox of City of Sheffield Swim Squad. Here is your start list for the men's 19 years and over 200 metres butterfly final. Good reaction there from Bealey in lane 4. He was the only athlete this morning to break the 2-minute mark in this one, but going well now that they are up and into their stroke. In lane number 7, it's University of Bath's Joshua Gammon. Also going well at the top of the picture is Fox from City of Sheffield. As we go into the first turn, it is Gammon leading the way, 25.53 ahead of Thomas Bealey, 26.31, and Aaron Fox, 26.41 to turn third after that first 50. There is the man from Bath, Joshua Gammon, leading the way at the moment as we go into this 100-meter turn. You can see Bealey working hard down this second length, but it will be Gammon that leads at the halfway point, 55.10 to 55.79. Now Thomas Bealey looks to be making his move as he moves up onto the shoulder of Gammon. Going well in the middle of the pool, the two green hats of Swansea University. At the moment, it's Rodriguez in lane 5, leading Bealey in 4 in that domestic battle. But as we turn, Bealey just gets his hand to the wall first on that final turn, 2/100th ahead of Joshua Gammon. So it's all to play for down this final 50. And Thomas Bealey looking strong as he moves now away from Joshua Gammon. And it will be Bealey that brings it in to the wall under the flags. 5 meters to go. Bealey will stop the clock in a time of 1:57 flat. Joshua Gammon in the silver medal position, 1:58.16. And it was Antonio Rodriguez of Swansea University that won the battle behind them for the bronze medal of in a time of 2:01.45. Those results are official. Thomas Bealey of the University of Aberdeen performance is your champion. We move on now to our next event, the women's 100 meters backstroke, and the athletes making their way onto poolside are for our first final in this event, the 13-14 years 100 meters backstroke. In lane 0, it's Cara Redford of Larkfield Swimming Club. In lane 1, Evelyn Hallisey, Newcastle Swim Team. In lane 2, it's Elizabeth Land, Newcastle Swim Team. In lane 3, Catherine Williams, Wickham District. In lane 4, it's Grace McDonald of Grantham Swimming Club. In lane 5, Isabel Price, City of Birmingham. In lane 6 is Eva Dover-Clark of Swim Gwynedd. In lane 7, it's Darcy Smith, Portsmouth North Sea. In lane 8, Grace Nichols, Pembrokeshire County. And in lane 9, Scarlett Shepherd, Guildford City. Here is your start list for this women's 13-14 years 100 meters backstroke final. Roll away pretty evenly there, off the start. Coming up in the lead. Was in lane 3, Catherine Williams of Wickham District, but now they're up and into the swim. Going well is MacDonald of Grantham in lane 4. She leads a very slight spearhead. She goes under the flags and into this turn. And it will be MacDonald splitting first, 31.31 ahead of Williams, 31.63 with Price, City of Birmingham, third at the turn. Now we see the fight down at the second 50 and going well. It is Williams in that green hat of Wickham District, but just keeping the edge at the moment. Our leader at the halfway point, MacDonald in lane 4. The fight for bronze behind is on, but the gold medal is going to go to Grace MacDonald of Grantham in a time of 1:04.91. Catherine Williams of Wickham District stops the clock for second in 1:05.47. And coming through right at the end there, Elizabeth Land, 1:06.54 for Newcastle swim team to take the bronze medal. There are your official results of the women's 13-14 years 100 meters backstroke final. Our next event is the women's 15 years 100 meters backstroke final. In lane 0, representing Poole, is Jessica Huggins. In lane 1, representing Warren de Bars, is Kiana Coertz. In lane 2, for Swim Gwynedd, it's Fionn Humphreys. In 3, for Cockermouth, is Amber Rigg. In lane 4, City of Leeds, is Emma Wood. In lane number 5, for City of Peterborough, is Vanessa Simironova. In lane 6, for Wigan Best, is Isabel Liptrot. In lane 7, for Stockport Metro, it's Lily O'Neill. In lane 8, for Northumberland and Durham Performance, it's Holly Gilly. And in lane 9, for Chelsea and Westminster, is Veronica Venuti. Here is your start list for the final of the women's 15 years 100 meters backstroke. As they all get away safely. The best start is coming from the top of the pool. Venuti of Chelsea and Westminster using that underwater right up there in lane 9. But now all swimmers in a line as we go through the 25 meters. Maybe it is Venuti with that slight advantage off the start. And you can see Venuti at the top. She will go into the wall and turn first in a time of 31.35 ahead of Rigg in lane 3 and Wood in lane 4. Venuti leads at the halfway stage. And now look to the centre lanes as the challenge comes. Through the middle, stroke for stroke. It is Wood in 4, Smirnova in 5, Rigg in 3, Humphreys in 2. This really could go anywhere, even with 5 meters to go, as we come under the flags. And it does look like it will go to Emma Wood on the touch. 104.86 for her. Amber Rigg, silver medalist, 105.13, and the bronze in a very tight finish by just by 2/100ths of a second goes to Vanessa Smirnova of City of Peterborough. There are the official results of that one. Emma Wood is your champion for the City of Leeds. Our next event is the women's 16 years, 100 meters backstroke final. In lane 0, representing Poole, it's Hallie Harris. In lane 1, for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson, Jessica Gable. In lane 2, City of Glasgow, it's Heidi Wren. In lane 3 for Basildon Phoenix is Evangeline Pierce. In lane 4 for Mount Kelly Swimming, it's Flavia Kamzol. In lane 5 for Leamington Spa, Annabelle Crease. In lane 6, representing Perth City, it's Catherine Renfrew. In lane 7 for the Royal Wolverhampton School, it's Lily Grover. In 8, it's for City of Leicester, it's Millie Wells. And in lane 9, representing the City of Cambridge, it's Georgia Holgate. Here is your start list for the women's 16 years, 100 meters backstroke final. They get away safely in this 60-year-old backstroke final, and coming up in the lead in lane number 4, it's Kamzol of Mount Kelly Swimming, using that underwater phase very well indeed. But also going well in lane 7, it's Grover for the Royal Wolverhampton School. At the moment it's those two out in front, but coming through strongly into this first turn and only turn. In lane number 5 is Crease of Leamington Spa. It's Kamzol that turns first, 30.83. Crease second, 31.45. And right down the bottom, Harris of Poole, 31.51 for third at the turn. There is Flavia Kamzol, the Mount Kelly swimmer, in lane 4. She's now stamping her authority on this one. She's got a body length lead over the nearest challenger, Annabelle Crease, 1 lane up in lane 5. No doubt about where the gold medal is going to go in this one. It is Flavia Kamzol, 103.14 for the gold medal. Annabelle Crease, 104.21 for the silver. And coming through at the end there, Catherine Renfrew, Perth City, 105.13 to take the bronze. There are the official results in the women's 16 years, 100 meters backstroke. Kamzol of Mount Kelly is your champion. Our next event is the women's 17 years 100 meters backstroke final. In lane 0 for Bracknell and Wokenham, it's Jessica Hum. Lane 1 for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson, it's Evie Stockdale. In lane 2 for Swim West Lothian, Melissa Mainwaring. Lane 3, Portsmouth North Seas, Amber Likely. In lane 4, representing Northumberland and Durham Performance, it's Libby Freeman. In lane 5 for Millfield, it's Evie Dilly. In lane 6 for Warrington Warriors, it's Sophie Weston. In lane 7 for Repton Swimming, it's Holly Marshall. In lane 8 for Kingston upon Hull, Libby Monday. And in lane 9 for City of Sheffield, it's Sophie Bromley. Here is your start list for the women's 17 years 100 meters backstroke final. It was very tight in this one after the heats this morning. And the best start there coming from lane number 5. That is Evie Dilly of Millfield. Also going well at the bottom of the screen in lane number 2 is Melissa Mainwaring. Now they're up and into the strokes. In lane 4, Freeman of Northumberland and Durham Performance. Also looking strong as we head into the turn. At the turn, it is Freeman who gets to the wall first, 30.62, just 11 100ths ahead of Dilly, with Weston of Warrington Warriors turning third in lane 6. So at the moment it is lanes 4, 5 and 6 in the medal positions, but look at this charge from lane 3, Amber Likely, Portsmouth North Sea. Freeman right on the lane rope there. Dilly looking strong as we go into these final stages, and it will be Evie Dilly of Millfield that touches first at a time of 1:03.13. Libby Freeman 1:03.45 for silver, and Sophie Weston 1:03.56 for the bronze. That was a quick one. All the medalists going quicker than they did this morning, dipping under that 1:04 mark. As we wait for confirmation of those results. We're still waiting on those results to be confirmed. We will bring them to you as soon as we have them here in the venue. Those results are now official. I'm pleased to say they all stand. Evie Dilly of Millfield is your champion. Next up, it's the women's 18 years and over 100 meters backstroke final. In lane 0, Jemima Hall, University of Bath. In 1, Sophie Shaw, City of Manchester. In lane 2, it's Ekaterina Avramatova of Ealing. In lane 3, Honey Osrin, Loughborough University. In lane 4, Kathleen Dawson, University of Stirling. In lane 5, Neve Ward, University of Bath. In lane 6, it's Pia Murray, Leyland Barracudas. In lane 7, Rachel Anderson, Loughborough University. In lane 8, Amy Shields, City of Glasgow. And in lane 9, it's Molly Garrett, City of Manchester. Here is your start list for the final of the women's 18 years and over 100 meters backstroke. And away they go. Fastest qualifier and class of this field is Kathleen Dawson, the European record holder in this one, swimming for University of Stirling in lane 4. Swam well this morning on her way back to fitness after injury, but also going well down this first 50 meters. It is University of Bath's Ward, one lane up from Dawson in lane 5. As they turn, it is Ward that leads the way, 29.60, just over a second ahead of Dawson in second. And Murray of Leyland Barracudas in lane 6 was at third at the turn. Now Dawson starts to move through the field as we go into the last 15 meters. It is Dawson who will take this one out, but there's a real battle behind her for the medals. Coming through strongly in lane number 6, it is Pia Murray of Leyland Barracudas. She gets the silver in a time of 1:01.42, just 3/100ths ahead of our midway leader, Neve Ward of University of Bath. 60.26 for Kathleen Dawson to win that one. Improvement on this morning. She'll be happy to be moving in the right direction. That concludes the women's 100 meters backstroke, but we are in for a bit of a backstroke run at the moment, so we will be shortly moving on to the multi-class backstroke events, and then following those we will have the men's 100 meters backstroke. So we're treated to about 50 minutes of 100 meters backstrokes this evening, and the action will resume very shortly. Onto poolside, making their way are the men's finalists for the multi-class 100 meters backstroke. In lane 0, it's Akash Das of Oswald Street Otters. In lane 1, Joseph Greaves, Nova Centurion. In lane 2, Nathan McManus, Plymouth Leander. In lane 3, Luke Batty, Bolton Metro. In lane 4, it's Dylan Broom of Torvine Dolphins. In lane 5, Owen Garsides, Kingston upon Hull. In lane 6, Ryan Potter, Preston Swimming Club. In lane 7, Kieran Williams, Nuki Comorants. In lane 8, Rio Rogers, Basel and Phoenix. In lane 9, Bruce D of Northampton Swimming Club. These athletes will be swimming against the world record in their respective classification to score points and get rankings. This is the start list for the men's multi-class 100 meters backstroke final. And as they get away, Greaves, McManus, Broom, Gartsides, and Potter, as well as Rio Rogers, are racing each other in the S14 classification. Das is at S8, Batty in S9, Williams in S10, and D at the top of the pool in lane 9 is the S6 athlete in this one. The higher the number, the lower the impairment, and it is Dylan Broom that turns first on time. 30.66 for the Torvine Dolphin, head of Batty, the S9 athlete, 31.69 for him. Very good first 50, and Owen Garside, 31.76. We'll have to wait for the athletes to all finish before we know who will be victorious. But in terms of time, Dylan Broom going well here. He's up against a world record of Benjamin Hans of Australia. 56.88 is that very quick world record. He does touch the wall, 702 points. For a time of 103.97, as we just see now coming in to finish Akash Das. And we turn our attention to the top of the pool as Bruce D comes in to the wall. Luke Batty, 713 points, time of 106.82. Very good swim from him there. He's up against a world record though, 59.72 from Simone Barlam of Italy. But now that everybody is in, those results will sort themselves out. And it is the 106.82 for 713 points of Luke Batty that will take the gold medal. 103.97 for Dylan Broom and 105.25 for Owen Garsides. Bruce D, the S6 athlete, 129.84. Joseph Greaves, 109.61. Rogers, 109.06. They are your official results of the men's multi-class 100 meters backstroke final. We now move on to the women's multi-class 100 meters backstroke final, and leading these athletes out is Eliza Humphrey, who swims in the S11 category for athletes with no vision at all. In lane 0 is Eliza Humphrey of Northampton Swimming Club. In lane 1, Ella Letton-Jones, Swim Gwynedd. In 2, it's Megan Willis for Torvine Dolphins. In lane 3, Amber Haycock, Northampton Swimming Club. In lane 4, it's Megan Neve of Repton. In lane 5, Abby Kane, University of Stirling. In lane 6, Astrid Carroll, Borough of Kirklees. In lane 7, Stephanie Booth, Borough of Kirklees. In lane 8, Lily Rice, Pembrokeshire County. And in lane 9 is Maisie Catt of Richmond Dales. Eliza Humphrey swims in the S11 category. Here is your start list. I will just run you through Letton-Jones in the S12 category, both Willis and Haycock in the S10 category, along with Stephanie Booth. And then Megan Neve is an S14, Abby Kane an S13, Astrid Carroll another S12, Lily Rice S8, and Maisie Catt S7. Away they go, and Megan Neve in 4 and Abby Kane in 5, whilst in different classifications are swimming against similar world records, so they will need to be quite close together if they want to beat each other for the medals. The S14 world record is Bethany Firth at 104.05, and the S13 world record is Gia Pergolini of United States of America, 104.64. Abby Kane in lane 5, the silver medalist in this event in Rio in 2016. Her best time, 109.09. She hasn't been near that for a while, but now is as good a time as any to re-establish that form. Commonwealth Games bronze medalist Lily Rice goes in the S8 category in lane 8. She's been in fine form here, dropped 11 seconds yesterday on her 400 freestyle. Dropped a further 2 seconds in this event this morning in the heats, but it is Megan Neve that's leading this one out at the moment. She's coming under the flags now, and she will stop the clock. The time of 109.75, 111.24 for Abby Kane, 115.49 for Amber Haycock, 116.35 for Astrid Carroll, 118.3 for Megan Willis, 120.14 for Stephanie Booth, 120.90 for Ella Letton-Jones, 122.19 for Lily Rice, fractionally quicker than she went this morning, and 128.80 for Eliza Humphrey, as Maisie Catt brings them home in a time of 137.39. And in terms of points, Megan Neve, 844. She did touch first, and on this occasion, she does have the highest point score. It will take a while for these results to be confirmed. As mentioned, Eliza Humphrey swims in the S11 category, and that means that she must wear completely blacked out goggles, and they must be checked at the end of the race before the result can be confirmed. Those official results should be in shortly. We will hopefully bring you those results sometime in the near future as we welcome the finalists for the next event, the men's 100 meters backstroke, 14-15 years. In lane 0, Jensen Owen, City of Sheffield. In lane 1, Zach Sheriff, Skipton. In lane 2, Jonathan Ireland, Maidenhead. In lane 3, Oliver Davis Tootle, Rotherham Metro. In lane 4, Aaron Bissett, Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. In lane 5, Aidan Orpin, Sutton and Cheam. In lane 6, Oliver Parry, Aquabears of Rochdale. In lane 7, Daniel Ransom, City of Leeds. In lane 8, Monty Smith, Wickham District. And in lane 9, Llewellyn Porter, Camden Swiss Cottage. Here is your start list for the final of the men's 14-15 years 100 meters backstroke. Good reaction time in lane 3 for Davis Tootle of Rotherham Metro. But up and into their strokes It's Orpin of Sutton and Cheam in lane 5. Back after the 200-meter butterfly final. He started this way in that one as well, leading them out at the moment as they go into the turn. It is Orpin over first, 28.34, 28.46 for Bissett in lane 4, and Parry 28.49 for third at the turn. Now looking to come through for Royal Tunbridge Wells Swanson, it is Aaron Bissett in lane 4. Then Orpin, then Parry. At the moment it's those three, but challenging. In lane 7, it's Ransom from City of Leeds. And it will be all on the touch. Aaron Bissett takes that one, 58.78. Aidan Orpin, 58.96 for second. And the bronze goes to Daniel Ransom, City of Leeds. He finished quickly, and Oliver Parry just faded away for fourth place, 59.79. Daniel Ransom was the only swimmer there to come back in a sub 30. 29.66 was his split there for that second 50 meters. That's what won him that bronze medal. Once again, we are still waiting on those results. We will bring them to you as soon as possible, which is now. Those official results are there. Men's 14-15 years 100 meters backstroke champion is Aaron Bissett of Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. The next final is the men's 16 years 100 meters backstroke, and here are your finalists. In lane 0, it's Cameron Jameson of Repton. In lane 1, Alexandra Lazar of Northumberland and Durham Performance. In lane 2, it's Rio Dadu of Kingston upon Hull. Lane 3, Toby Godsill, Bishop Straw Thortford. In lane 4, Zeno Ubertalli, Chelsea and Westminster. In lane 5, it's Fergus Thompson, Mount Kelly. In lane 6, Jamie Gray, Plymouth Leander. In lane 7, Finley Pope, Stockport Metro. In lane 8, Ewan Pedersen, Millfield. And in lane 9, Oliver Dennis, Plymouth Leander. Here are your finalists for the men's 16 years 100 meters backstroke. So they're all safely away, and coming up first in lane number 5, it was Thompson of Mount Kelly. But barely anything to choose from the athletes in 3, 4 and 5. Just edging ahead slightly is Godsill of Bishop Stortford. It's very tight as we go into the turn. It is Godsill who turns first, 27.51. Ubertalli in second, and Thompson in third at the turn. Now we see in lane 4, there is Ubertalli, but going well still is Godsill in lane 3, just as Ubertalli looks to be in venue, going slightly ahead. That camera angle is deceiving. It's stroke for stroke as we come into the final, and it will be Toby Gotzel, 57.54. Little spurt at the end to take that gold medal. Ubertali did finish fast to take the silver, 57.68, and Fergus Thompson takes the bronze, 57.84. There is your official result. All three medalists, sub 58 seconds. Our next event is the men's 17 years 100 meters backstroke. These are your finalists. In lane 0, it's Jude Denning of Repton. In lane 1, George Whittle, Derby Excel. Lane 2, Charlie Meek, Poole. Lane 3, Jake Hutchinson, City of Leicester. In lane 4, Connor Cherrington, Millfield. Lane 5, David Annis, the Royal Wolverhampton School. Lane 6, Finn Broekhoven, Plymouth Leander. In lane 7, George Snow, Millfield. In lane 8, Reese Blackett, Newcastle Swim Team. And in lane 9, Nikita Charakin, Thurrock Swimming Club. Here are your finalists of the men's 17 years, 100 meters backstroke final. We go off in this final. Coming up first at the top of the pool, it was Charakin, but coming up in the lead, it is Charrington of Millfield in lane number 4. Also going well in lane 6 is Broekhoven of Plymouth Leander. He had a brilliant 50 backstroke yesterday. He's bringing that speed into this 100 meters, and he will go into the turn first. 26.89 for Broekhoven, with Cherrington in second, and Annis, fresh from his victory in the 200 fly, lane 5, turning third. Now the charge is on, coming home. Cherrington has hit the front, but Broekhoven giving it everything he's got in this last 10 meters. It's going to go right down to the wire, and the clock will get stopped. And it is Broekhoven who gets it on the touch. 55.86 to Cherrington's 55.98. David Annis taking the bronze, 57.07. Well, he's very happy to take that victory. And there is confirmation of that result. Finn Broekhoven is your champion for Plymouth Leander. Silver for Connor Cherrington of Millfield, and the bronze for David Annis of Royal Wolverhampton School. The next final is the men's 18 years, 100 meters backstroke final. In lane 0, Jack Hill of Linslade Crusaders. In lane 1, Rafe Shaffi of Repton. In lane 2, Oliver Pope, Thanet Swim Club. In lane 3, Oscar Barlow, University of Bath. In lane 4, Lewis Warner, Nottingham Leander. In lane 5, Kieran Grant, Beverley Barracudas. In lane 6, Christian Dutoff, Guildford City. In lane 7, Robert Burgess, City of Glasgow. In lane 8 is Jake Acton of Brighton. And in lane 9 is Benjamin Twynham of Derby Excel. Here is your start list for the men's 18 years, 100 meters backstroke final. And they're away safely, and popping up in the lead is lane 4's Lewis Warner, along with a great start from Dutoft of Guildford City in lane 6. It's those two out in front at the moment. Everyone else pretty tight. As we go into the turn, it will be Dutoft who gets his feet to the wall first. 6/100ths ahead of Warner in 4, and then Kieran Grant in 5 for the Beverley Barracudas is third at the turn. As we enter the last 25 metres, the red hat of Warner, Nottingham Leander, a very slight lead, but going very well. In lane 7 now is Robert Burgess of City of Glasgow. Also going well in lane 3, it is Oscar Barlow of University of Bath, but it will go to Lewis Warner and Kieran Grant. Dead heat there, 57.60 for a joint gold medal. Our first of this championships. 57.76 going to the fast finish of Oscar Barlow for the University of Bath. The men's 18 years, 100 meters backstroke final results are confirmed. This is the final of the men's 19 years and over, 100 meters backstroke. In lane 0, it's Ellis Morgan of Hillingdon Swimming Club. Lane 1, Harry Nicholson, Newcastle Swim Team. Lane 2, Robbie Hemmings of Poole. Lane 3, it's JB Robertson, University of Stirling. Lane 4, Samuel Greenbanks, City of Sheffield. Lane 5, Pietro Ubertelli of Chelsea and Westminster. Lane 6, Zach Speakman, University of Stirling. Lane 7, Jamie Ferguson, University of Aberdeen Performance. Lane 8, Samuel Pease, University of Stirling. And lane 9, Jack Knight, City of Cardiff. Here is your start list for the men's 19 years and over 100 meters backstroke final. This promises to be a very close one. Less than 3/4 of a second separating all of these finalists after this morning's heats. And coming up with a very, very slight advantage in lane number 8, it's Samuel Pease, University of Stirling at the top of the pool there, one lane from the top. But as we go into the turn, it's lane 4, Greenbank, and lane 6, Speakman. They're just separated by 6/100ths of a second, and Pease turning third. Now, as we come close to the final 25 meters, Greenbank is looking strong, but Samuel Pease going well. Zach Speakman still going very well indeed. Also coming through in lane 5 is Uber Tally. It's going to come down to the touch. And it will be Greenbank 55.52 by 1/100th of a second. 55.53 for Pietro Ubertalli. It went right down to the wire there. Jamie Ferguson taking the bronze, 55.67. There are your official results of the men's 19 years and over 100 meters backstroke. Samuel Greenbank, City of Sheffield, is your champion by 1/100th of a second. We'll now move on to our first set of medal ceremonies for this evening. These medals will be presented by Adam Clark, Associate Director at British Swimming. Here are your medalists for the 14, 15 years, 16 years and 17 years 200 meters butterfly. Your bronze medalist representing City of Leeds in the 14, 15 years category is Gabriel Shepherd. Your bronze medalist in the 16 years 200 meters butterfly representing Plymouth Leander, Matthew Hamilton. And your bronze medalist in the 17 years 200 meters butterfly representing East Kilbride, it's Scott Fleming. The silver medalist in the 14, 15 years 200 meters butterfly representing Sutton Cheam, it's Aidan Orpin. Your silver medal in the 16 years 200 meters butterfly representing Sandwell, it's Jack Brown. And your 17 years 200 meter butterfly silver medalist from Chelsea and West, it's Henry Gray. Your gold medalists in the 14, 15 years 200 meters butterfly, it's Llewellyn Porter of Camden Swiss Cottage. Your gold medalist in the 16 years category from Millfield is Ethan Stubbs Green. And your gold medalist in the men's 17 years 200 meters butterfly representing Royal Wolverhampton School, it's David Annis. Our next medal ceremony will be for the men's 18 years and 19 years and over 200 meters butterfly. Your bronze medalist in the 18 years 200 meter butterfly, representing Royal Wolverhampton School, it's James Shevchenko. Your bronze medalist in the 19 years and over 200 meters butterfly, representing Swansea University, it's Antonio Rodriguez. Your silver medalist in the 18 years 200 meters butterfly, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, it's Ruben Robotham Keating. Your silver medalist in the 19 years and over 200 meters butterfly, representing Bath University, it's Joshua Gammon. And your gold medalist in the men's 18 years 200 meters butterfly, representing Mount Kelly, it's Riccardo Lucarelli. And the gold medalist in the men's 19 years and over 200 meters butterfly, representing University of Aberdeen Performance, it's Thomas Bealey. Our next medal ceremony will be for the women's 100 meters backstroke, 13, 14 years, 15 years, and 16 years. The bronze medalist in the women's 13, 14 years, 100 meters backstroke, representing City of Birmingham, it's Isabel Price. In the 15-year-old age group, representing City of Peterborough, it's Vanessa Simonova. And in the 16 years age group, the bronze medalist representing Perth City is Catherine Renfrew. The silver medalist in the 13, 14 years category, representing Wickham District, it's Catherine Williams. Your silver medalist in the 15 years age group, from Cockermouth, it's Amber Rigg. And in the 16 years age group, representing Leamington, it's Annabelle Crease. Your gold medalists in the 13, 14 years age group, from Grantham, it's Grace McDonald. Your 15-year age group gold medalist representing City of Leeds, it's Emma Wood. And your gold medalist in the 16 years age group representing Mount Kelly is Flavia Camzo. This next medal ceremony is for the women's 100 meters backstroke in 17 years and the 18 years and over age groups. Your bronze medalist in the 17 years age group representing Warrington Warriors, it's Sophie Weston. And your bronze medalist in the 18 years and over age group from Bath University, it's Neve Ward. Your silver medalist in the 17 years age group, representing Northumbria and Durham Performance, it's Libby Freeman. And in the 18 years and over category, representing Leyland Barracuda, it's Pia Mari. And your gold medalist in the 17 years category from Millfield, it's Evie Dilly. And your gold medalist in the 18 years and over 100 metres backstroke, representing the University of Stirling, it's Kathleen Dawson. Plenty of waves from the crowd, seeing themselves on the big screen as we wait for the medalists to have their photos taken. This next medal ceremony is for the men's multi-class 100 metres backstroke. Your bronze medalist from Kingston upon Hull is Owen Garsides. Your silver medalist from Torvine Dolphins Performance, it's Dylan Broom. And your gold medalist from Bolton Metro, it's Luke Batty. Our next medal ceremony is for the women's multi-class 100 metres backstroke. Your bronze medalist from Pembrokeshire County, it's Lily Rice. Your silver medalist from the University of Stirling, it's Abby Kane. And the gold medalist from Repton, it's Megan Neve. Now move back to the swimming action. And this women's 13, 14 years, 200 metres breaststroke final. In lane 0, it's Sarah Kravich of East Lothian Swim Team. In lane 1, Abigail Smiley, Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. In lane 2, Olivia Robbins, City of Birmingham. Lane 3, it's Bonnie Mooney, City of Birmingham. Lane 4, Imogen Miles, Seven Oaks. Lane 5, Gabrielle McCulloch, City of Salford. Lane 6, Annabelle Cook, City of Sheffield. In lane 7, Anastasia Massat, City of Salford. In lane 8, Millie Threlfall, City of Leeds. In lane 9, Charlize Harding, Norwich Run. Here is your start list for the women's 13-14 years 200 metres breaststroke final. Olivia Robbins, 13 years old, City of Birmingham, in lane number 2. All other swimmers are 14 years old. Going well down in lane 0. It is Zara Kraviec of East Lothian swim team. She's got off to a good start, but also going well at the top is Charlize Harding in lane number 9, and in the centre of the pool in lane 5 it is McCulloch of City of Salford and Cook of City of Sheffield in 6. So it looks to be at the turn. Lane number 4, Imogen Miles of Sevenoaks, she turns first, 34.88, with Cook in second and McCulloch in third. Still a long way to go in this one, but lane 4, Miles of Sevenoaks, going to stamp her authority early on in this race, as we can see her now forging ahead, just under a body length lead over the rest of the field. In lane 3 it's Bonnie Mooney. She had a very good second 100 in the heats this morning. It will be Imogen Miles of Sevenoaks, turns at the halfway point first, 1:13.37. McCulloch, City of Salford, is in second, and in third Anastasia Musat, City of Salford, had a very good second 50 there, 39.86 was her split. There is your race leader, Miles of Sevenoaks, in the red hat. One lane up from her it is McCulloch, and 2 lanes up from her it's her teammate Musat. Both those swimmers in second and third, City of Salford athletes. But it is Imogen Miles at the moment in a commanding lead. She comes into this final turn, turns in a time of 1:53.13. Over 2 seconds ahead of McCulloch in second, Anastasia Musat in third. Just under half a second ahead of Bonnie Mooney, City of Birmingham, down in lane 3. She's all to play for now for those medals, but it looks like the gold will go to Imogen Miles as she leads out this first 200 meters breaststroke final. The battle is on for bronze between Bonnie Mooney and Anastasia Musat. But as we come into the finish, it will be Sevenoaks and Imogen Miles that takes the gold medal, 2:33.49, 2:34.80. For silver to Gabrielle McCulloch of City of Salford, and the bronze does go also to City of Salford, Anastasia Musat, 2:36.59. There are the official results of the women's 13-14 years 200 meters breaststroke final. Here come the finalists for the women's 15 years 200 meters breaststroke. In lane 0, it's Innocent Guimond Beetham of Camden Swiss Cottage. Lane 1, Mary Gibson, City of Cardiff. Lane 2, Juliana Babington, Plymouth Leander. In lane 3, Neve Savory, Newcastle Swim Team. In lane 4, Maisie Brown, Rushmore Royals. Lane 5, Holly Wayman, Maxwell. Lane 6, Petra Varga, Wirral Metro. In lane 7, it's Hazeline Carter, Wickham District. In lane 8, Maurice McNee, City of Birmingham. And in lane 9, Neve Dunbar, City of Leicester. Here is your start list for the women 15 years 200 meters breaststroke final. go off the start safely. Coming up in the lead, it's Plymouth Leander's Juliana Babington. She had a good start in the heats this morning as well, but now going well, one lane up from her, Savory of Newcastle swim team. And in lane 5, also going very well, it's Waymond of Maxwell. One lane up from her, Varga of Wirral Metro. Also going very well as they go into this turn. And it is Waymond who touches first at the turn, 35.90. Babington, 36.07. Second at the turn, and Magny in lane 8 was third. Watch that centre lane as that green hat of Brown from Rushmore Riles tries to make her way through the field. But at the moment, it is Maxwell's Waymond still leading the way. Going well in lane 3, Savory still for Newcastle swim team as they all line up, coming in to the finish. But it does look like Holly Waymond has done enough. She takes the victory, 1:15.65. Maisie Brown finished quickly, 1:16.15 at the turn at the 100 metres. And then at 1:16.55, it's really getting quite close. So now we can see this is where the Rushmore Royal swimmer in that green hat looks to make her move. Also making a move right at the top, out of it for a while. Magny back in this as the fight for bronze heats up. But there's also a fight for gold right at the front as the pre-race favourite Brown hits the front. Waymond did enough down that first 100 metres. Has she got anything left to challenge Rushmore Royals' Maisie Brown down this final 50 metres? Brown looking very strong indeed. She earned lane 4 after the heats, and she is living up to the promise as we enter the final 25 metres. Now a body length ahead of Waymond, her nearest challenger. Bronze is looking tight between Savory and Magny, but no doubt where this gold medal is going to go. She paced that to perfection, Maisie Brown. 2:34.90 to take the victory. Holly Waymond, that strong start brings home the silver medal for her. 2:36.92 with the bronze medal going to Savory of Newcastle swim team by just over a quarter of a second. There are your official results for the women's 15 years 200 metres breaststroke. Maisie Brown, 2:34.9. She went 2:37.01 in the heats this morning. Excellent swim there, pushed all the way in those early stages by Holly Waymond. For the silver to Maxwell and Neve Savory getting the bronze for Newcastle. Our next final is the women's 16 years 200 metres breaststroke. In lane 0 for City of Peterborough, it's Lily Davis. In lane 1 for City of Peterborough, it's Isabel Cameron. In lane 2 for Mount Kelly, it's Lotta Schultz. Lane 3 for Millfield, Charlotte Hardy. In lane 4, Guildford City, Charlotte Cope. In lane 5 for Northumberland and Durham Performance, it's Anna Finley. In lane 6 for Bishop Stortford, it's Kirsty Neal. In lane 7 for Northumberland and Durham Performance, it's Katie Coventry. In lane 8 for Dulwich Dolphins, it's Indigo Stone. And in lane 9 for City of Milton Keynes, it's Danielle Chong. Here are your finalists for the women's 16 years 200 metres breaststroke. Less than half a second separated the swimmers in lane 3, 4 and 5 after the heats this morning. So this promises to be a tight race. Going well in the early stage at the top of the pool is Danielle Sion. Good start from the swimmer from the city of Milton Keynes, and also at the other end of the pool, starting well, was Isabel Cameron for the city of Peterborough. Going well now that we are up and into the swimming in lane number 5, Finley of Northumberland and Durham Performance. And it will be Finley that turns first at the first turn, 35.22, ahead of Schultz of Mount Kelly, who settled into her stroke well, and then Hardy of Millfield. Schultz and Millfield in lanes 2 and 3. Charlotte Hardy there. You see that green hat, that is the green hat of Millfield. Schultz, Hardy and Cope all in a line now. But Finley, our early leader, looking strong down this first 100 metres. Finley turns first at the halfway point, 1:14.27, exactly a second ahead of Charlotte Cope from Guildford City, who's half a second ahead of Hardy from Millfield, with Schultz only 0.2 behind for Mount Kelly. All to play for down this third 50. Finley's looking good at the front of the field. The other swimmers try to chase her down. Good battle going on at the top of the pool between Neal, Coventry, Stone and Seong in 6, 7, 8 and 9. But at the front of the field, it is still Anna Finley who turns first onto the final 50. 1:54.71. 1:55.68 for Charlotte Cope. Lotta Schultz now in third for Mount Kelly, with Charlotte Hardy just behind in fourth position. There is the Millfield swimmer. There's a battle for that bronze medal. There's a battle for the gold medal as Charlotte Cope, Guildford City, tries to come back onto level terms with Anna Finley, who has led the entire way for this one. We go into the wall and it does look like it's going to come right down to the touch, and Anna Finley gets it by 4/100ths of a second from Charlotte Cope, with Charlotte Hardy coming through strongly for Millfield. 39.77 Hardy's last 50 there. Only swimmer to dip under 40 seconds on that final 50. Into the bronze medal. There are the official results. Gold for Finley, silver for Cope, bronze for Hardy. Our next event is the women's 17 years, 200 meters breaststroke final. In lane 0, it's Phoebe Williams-Jones for City of Cardiff. In lane 1, Matilda Ransom, City of Cambridge. In lane 2, Eleanor Hall, Millfield. In lane 3, Morgan Brand, Rugby. In lane 4, Charlotte Bianchi, City of Sheffield. In lane 5, it's Sophie Brosington, Mount Kelly. In lane 6, it's Louise Bresler, Guildford City. In lane 7, Fortini Kolkani, City of Leicester. In lane 8, Chloe Bown, Mount Kelly. And in lane 9, Lucy Stoves, Dundee City. Here are your finalists for the women's 17 years, 200 meters breaststroke. Best reaction time coming from Bianchi in lane 4 for the city of Sheffield. Very well, one lane up from her. It is Brassington of Mount Kelly, and at the top of the pool, Stoves of Dundee City Aquatics, also off to a good start. Bianchi comes in with a second advantage over the rest of the field. And she will lead at the first 50. 34.99 for Bianchi, 35.22 for Brassington, 35.50 for Brand. They are your 1, 2, 3 after the first turn. As we come down, 75 meters completed now. Bianchi just edging ahead. She has this very slight advantage over Brassington. They're your swimmers in those yellow lanes in lane 4 and lane 5. As we come into the 100-meter turn, it will be Bianchi that leads the way. 1:12.56 from Brassington's 1:13.27. Morgan Brand of Rugby, third at the moment, 1:15.33. Bianchi looking very strong here. She's definitely upped her stroke rate down this third 50 meters. Brassington still keeping it long and strong. Going well for Rugby still. It is Morgan Brand. As lane 6, Louise Bresler of Guildford City tries to make her move. Bianchi once again touches first at the final turn. She turns and heads for home down the final 50 meters. Brassington will chase. Morgan Brand currently holding on to that bronze medal position. But Charlotte Bianchi looking extremely strong and powerful. She's dominated this second 100 of the 200 meters breaststroke as she pulls away from the rest of the field. And Morgan Brand holding off a challenge for that bronze medal. But here is your champion coming in to take the gold medal. A home victory for the city of Sheffield, Charlotte Bianchi, 2:28.96. Fantastic swim for her to take that one. Sophie Brassington of Mount Kelly, 2:32.28 for silver. And it was the fast finishing Eleanor Hall of Millfield that sneaked the bronze medal, 2:36.52. Morgan Brand just getting edged out into fourth position. There are your results for the women's 17 years, 200 meters breaststroke. Your next event is the women's 18 years and over 200 meters breaststroke. In lane 0 is Kira Fletcher of Nova Centurion. Abigail Miles, City of Sheffield, goes in lane 1. Lane 2, Caris O'Reilly, City of Sheffield. Lane 3, Hannah Bowley, Repton. Lane 4, Elizabeth Booker, Loughborough University. Lane 5, Leah Schlossen, City of Leeds. Lane 6, Erin Taylor, Finns. Lane 7, Elsa MacDonald, Edinburgh University. In lane 8, Camelia Stominova, Swansea University. And in lane 9, Nuala Go, Geary. Here are your finalists for the women's 18 years and over 200 meters breaststroke. In this morning's heats, lane 4, Elizabeth Booker of Loughborough University was the only swimmer to dip under the 2:30 mark. Should expect a challenge this evening and going out well. One lane up from Booker is the yellow hat City of Leeds, is Leah Sloshan. She leads the way down this first 50 metres. Very different strokes. Sloshan, high stroke, long glide from Booker. And it's Sloshan that leads by 5/100ths after the first turn. Caris O'Reilly of City of Sheffield in lane 2, touched in third. As we come back down the second 50. And it is Booker now that's hit the front. Not much in it between her and Sloshan, but the race behind them is hotting up. As we come into the halfway turn, this 100 metres, it will be Booker that leads for Loughborough University, 1:11.08 for her. Sloshan, 1:12.26, and O'Reilly, 1:13.59. Kira Fletcher of Nova Centurion going very well down in lane 0. But now the charge comes from Bowley of Repton in 3. O'Reilly in 2 is going very well also. And at the top of the picture in lane 7, Elsa MacDonald of Edinburgh University starting to wind things up. But in that time, in that third length, Booker puts in a lap of 38.32 to open up a gap from Sloshan. O'Reilly in third position as they go into the final 50, just 0.2 ahead of Edinburgh's MacDonald in lane 7. Elizabeth Booker now looking dominant down this final 25 metres. No one's going to catch her. The battle for bronze definitely heating up behind Leah Sloshan. She looks like she should be safe for the silver. And it will be Elizabeth Booker that takes this one, 2:27.73 for the swimmer from Loughborough. Silver, 2:33.05. Our scoreboard is incorrect at the moment. Leah Sloshan, 2:30.82. Looks like she got the silver for Leeds. With the bronze going to Hannah Bowley of Repton Swimming by 8/100ths of a second from Caris O'Reilly. There are your results for the women's 18 years and over 200 metres breaststroke. We now move to the opposite end of the pool. The start signals just being tested as we move on to some 50-metre events. Those finalists will be with us shortly. Here are the finalists for the men's multi-class 50-metre butterfly. In lane 5, it's Zach Washington-Young of City of Manchester Aquatics. And in lane 4, it's Bruce D of Northampton Swimming Club. Both of these swimmers are in the S6 category. There is your start list. That means that is a straight head-to-head for this one. You will get points displayed at the end. But for the purpose of this race, whoever touches the wall first will win. Just for reference, they are up against a world record from Zhu King of China, 29.89. They won't expect to challenge that tonight. The British record stands to Sasha Kindred, 32.01. That is the target that they will be aiming for. It's still a big ask. Both away well. Bruce D, to be expected, getting the better start off the block. The athlete closest to us, 17-year-old from Northampton. And very strong as they go through the 25-meter mark. Zach Washington Young of City of Manchester Aquatics going well. But it is Bruce D that leads the way. We come into the final 5 meters. D will stop the clock at a time of 36.11, 39.74 for Zach Washington Young. Those results are now official. Bruce D is your champion. Multi-class 50-meter butterfly only open in the para swimming program to athletes in the classification groups S1 through to S7. And here we move on to the final of the women's multi-class 50 meters butterfly. In lane 4, Iona Winifred of Tonbridge Swimming Club. Swam very well this morning. 40.06 is the time that she went. She'll be looking to challenge that 40-second barrier. So Iona Winifred is away. The time trial for her. But the 12-year-old swam excellently this morning. She is up against the world record of Yang Yuan of China. She went 34.56 to win the gold medal in Tokyo. The British record stands to Ellie Robinson, Paralympic champion in Rio in 2016 at the time of 35.22. But like I said, Winifred would love to get under that 40-second barrier, a milestone in this S6 category. Just outside there, 40.26, 632 points for her. That's a very consistent swim. Swim on your own, 632 points. A very good score at the age of 12. And that result is confirmed. We stick at the 50-meter end, and our next event is the men's 50 meters breaststroke, 16 years final. In lane number 9, it's Blake Price of Bridlington. In lane 8, Roger Quingles of City of Glasgow. In lane 7, Rhys Dodd, Soundwell. In lane 6, George Brooks, City of Leeds. Lane 5, Demi Ali, Seven Oaks. In lane 4, Jamie Stedman of Clevedon. Lane 3, Daniel Beadle, Maxwell. In lane 2, Connor Mitchell, Warren Baths. In lane 1, Thomas Williams, Guildford City. And in lane 0, it's Edward Ormsby of City of Cambridge. Here are your finalists for the men's 16 years, 50 meters breaststroke. This could go anywhere, just 0.3 of a second separated the entire field after the heat this morning and going very well. Down in lane 0, it is Ormsby of City of Cambridge. He had the best start. That light blue cap at the bottom of your picture. But now coming through in the middle. Lanes 3, 4 and 5, Beadle, Stedman and Ali. Who will get the touch? It is Stedman in lane number 4. 30.17 for the man from Clevedon. George Brooks, City of Leeds, takes a silver, 30.24, and just 5 100ths behind him for bronze. It was Daniel Beadle of Maxwell. They are your official results in the men's 16 years, 50 meters breaststroke. Moving on to our next event, it's the men's 17 years 50 meters breaststroke final. In lane number 9 from Borough of Kirklees, it's Daniel Jackson. In lane 8 from Abingdon Vale, it's Caden Silla. In lane 7 of Millfield, it's Albert Whitlock. In lane 6 for Mount Kelly, it's Jad El Ghaziri. In lane 5 for Bracknell and Wokingham, it's Joshua Scott. In lane 4 for Swindon Dolphins, it's Freddie Carter. In lane 3 for Whitgift Swimming Club, it's Alexander Corver. In lane 2 for Taunton Dean, it's Regan Gallagher. Lane 1 for Mount Kelly, it's Carwyn Jones. And in lane 0 for University of Aberdeen, it's Jack Mitchell. Great reaction in lane through for Alexander Corver of Whitgift. He got away well in that yellow hat. Also going well down at the bottom for Mount Kelly is Carwyn Jones. As we come into the final 15 meters of this one, coming through strongly in the blue hat, the Swindon Dolphins is Freddie Carter. All eyes on the wall. This could go anywhere, and it does go to Freddie Carter, 29.57. Joshua Scott finishing well, 29.66 for the silver. Just 1/100th ahead of Alexander Corver, who takes the bronze medal. So there are your official results. Carter with the gold, Scott with the silver, and Corver with the bronze. Here is the men's 18 years 50 meter breaststroke final. In lane 9, it's Robson Miles, City of Glasgow. In lane 8, Jean-Luc Lovell-Pascal of Holywell. In lane 7, Tyler Tomes, Chelmsford City. Lane 6, William Godsell, Bishop Stortford. In lane 5, Oliver Jones, Poole. Lane 4, it's Elliot Woodburn, Millfield. Lane 3, Cantock-Seton, Abingdon Vale. Lane 2, Olivier Vedren, City of Norwich. Lane 1, Christian Ryan, Northumberland Durham Performance. And in lane 0, Jacob Hamlin, Derby Excel. Best reactions coming from Jean-Luc Lovell-Pascal in lane 8 for Hollywell, but once they are up and into the stroke, that green hat of Millfield belonging to Elliot Woodburn heads the field. Going well, one lane up from him is Jones of Poole, and Godsell of Bishop Stortford also going well. Down in lane number 2, Vedren going well, but Woodburn led from start to finish, and he takes it in 28.21. Jones gets the silver for Poole, 28.75, and it is Vedren who finishes well to take the bronze medal for the City of Norwich. Here are your official results in the men's 18 years, 50 metres breaststroke final. Our next event is the final of the men's 19 years and over 50 metres breaststroke. In lane number 9, it's Rowan Smith of Skipton Swimming Club. In lane 8, Carnell Noon-Swith of Orion. Lane 7, Charlie Joe Hallett, Plymouth Leander. Lane 6, it's Samuel Neal, University of Birmingham. Lane 5, Rory Dixon, University of Stirling. Lane 4, Oliver Taverner, Loughborough University. In lane 3, Cameron Williams, Dartmoor Darts. In lane 2, it's Pravin Mahandakuma of Winchester City. In lane 1, it's Toby Sajud of University of Bath. And in lane 0, it's Reese Taylor of Loughborough University. Here is your start list for the men's 19 years and over 50 metres breaststroke final. Good reaction time in lane 6 from Neil at the University of Birmingham. He started well and also going well. Down in lane 1 is Suad of University of Bath. In the middle now, the swimmers starting to come through to the front of the field is Loughborough's Taverner and Stirling's Dixon. Taverner looks to have the edge to come under the flags and into the finish, and it will be Oliver Taverner 27.74 to take that one. Punch of the air, he's happy. Rory Dixon 28.15 for the silver medal for the University of Stirling, and Samuel Neal, after that fast reaction, Gets the bronze by 2/100ths of a second. 28.40 is what it took for that. There are your official results for the men's 19 years and over 50 meters breaststroke. Here are the finalists for the women's 13-14 years 200 meters individual medley. In lane 0, Clementine Lovell, Team Ipswich. In lane 1, Evie Cutter, Wigan Best. Lane 2, Abby Roscoe, Wirral Metro. Lane 3, Willow Harrison, City of Sheffield. Lane 4, Emily Smith, Tonbridge. In lane 5, Annabelle Cook, City of Sheffield. Lane 6, Evie Mackey of Lanark. Lane 7, Bonnie Mooney, City of Birmingham. Lane 8 is Lydia Cordell of Repton. And in lane 9, Lois Child of Harrogate. Here are your finalists for the women's 13-14 years 200 meters individual medley. Quickest reaction time coming from Emily Smith of Tonbridge in lane 4. Clementine Lovell, Team Ipswich down in lane 0, also getting away well. At the top of the picture, Child of Harrogate having a good first length here on this butterfly. She looks to be leading the way as we go into the first turn. Butterfly to backstroke. It was Child got a hand to the wall first, 29.78, just ahead of Smith in lane 4. And at the other end of the pool, of the side of the pool, Lovell of Team Ipswich turned third after that butterfly. Now our attentions turn to the backstroke, and looking strong in the centre of the pool, it's Emily Smith of Tonbridge. Her backstroke looking very good here. Also going well on this backstroke leg, one lane up from her, it's City of Sheffield's Cook in lane 5. She's had a very impressive backstroke leg here as Smith goes over back to breast. 106.10. At the halfway stage, it is Cook that's now in second at that turn, and Child in third. As we move on to the breaststroke. Some of these swimmers being in the 200 meters breaststroke already this evening. But it does look like Emily Smith with a commanding lead. It's going to take a lot to catch her in this final length of freestyle. She is away. She turns in a time of 1:45.05 with a split of 38.95 on that breaststroke. It was indeed the quickest split in the field. Cook still in second. Lovell in 0 in third after a strong breaststroke as well. But here is your champion-elect, Emily Smith of Tonbridge. She is away with this one. There is a battle for silver and bronze behind her. Currently, that sits with lane 2's Abby Roscoe, but Harrison of City Sheffield coming back strongly. And it is Smith with the victory, convincingly from Willow Harrison, who finishes very quickly to get that silver for Sheffield. And the bronze goes to Abby Roscoe by 8/100ths of a second. So there are the results confirmed in the women's 13-14 years 200 metres individual medley. Emily Smith, dominant performance for her to take the gold medal for Tonbridge. Harrison, just 8/100ths, 6/100ths in fact, ahead of Abby Roscoe for silver and bronze. Our next event is the women's 15 years 200 metres individual medley final. It says medal ceremony, it means final. They haven't swum yet to get their medal. In lane 0, it's Holly Wayman of Maxwell. In 1, it's Darcy Platt, City of Leicester. Lane 2, Matilda Potter, City of Leeds. In lane 3, Hazel Ann Carter, Wickham District. In lane 4, Seren Talentire, Northumberland and Durham Performance. In lane 5, Katie Lee, City of Salford. In lane 6 is Darcy Crossley, City of Leeds. In lane 7, Emma Price, Northumberland and Durham Performance. In lane 8, Amber Rigg, Cockermouth. And in lane 9, Ines Guimond Beetham of Camden Swiss Cottage. There is your start list for the women's 15 years 200 metres individual medley final. Getting away well at the top of the picture in lane number 8. It was Amber Rigg of Cockermouth. Now that they are up and into the strokes already through the first 25, it is Talentire in lane 4 for Northumberland and Durham. It's already opened up a body length over the rest of the field. Rest of the field pretty even, but it will be Talentire that leads down at this first 50. She touches at the first turn, 28.84. Casey Lee of City of Salford, 30.73, just 1/100th ahead of City of Leeds is Matilda Potter in lane 2 as they move on to the backstroke. Talentire in your shot there, you can see that commanding lead that she does have. And Lee now using the backstroke to try and move away from the chasing pack. Still pretty tight behind Lee at the moment. As we go into the 100 metres turn, the back to breast turn. And it's Talentire, 104.53. Katie Lee, 107.03. And third at the halfway point is Rigg of Cockermouth, 107.85. Just 4/100ths ahead of City of Leeds is Darcy Crossley in lane 6. So all eyes now on this breaststroke leg. As the swimmers start to make their move at the top there, Rigg having a good breaststroke for Cockermouth. She's moved into that second position. Katie Lee's got a very strong freestyle, a swimmer from City of Salford. But it will be Talentire who turns and heads for home. She turns first, 147.01. It is Rigg turning second and Lee turning third. They are in the medal positions at the moment. It's difficult to see anyone catching Seren Talentire in lane 4 from here. But the battle for silver and bronze is on. Currently, Katie Lee sits in that silver medal position. And she is chasing Talentire. Will Talentire hold on? She put on a little spurt at the end, and she does hold on. 2:21.57 for Talentire to take the victory. Lead to all the twos, 2:22.22 for City of Salford to take the silver medal, and that bronze does go to Amber Rigg of Cockermouth. Those results are now in, they are official. Talentire is your champion in the 15 years 200 metres individual medley. Lee gets the silver and Rigg takes the bronze by 2/100ths of a second from Matilda Potter of Leeds, who has to settle for fourth. Our next final is the women's 16 years 200 metres individual medley. In lane 0, it's Carish Croak of Torvine Dolphins. In lane 1, Izzy Blackhurst, Taunton Dean. Lane 2, Ruby Stevenson, City of Milton Keynes. Lane 3, Molly Baker, City of Sheffield. Lane 4, Sky Carter, Basildon and Phoenix. In lane 5, Susie McNair, Stirling Swimming. In lane 6, Jessica Smelt, Borough of Kirklees. In lane 7, Grace Greenhalf, City of Norwich. Lane 8, Anna Finley, Northumberland and Durham Performance. And in lane 9, it's Kate Cotter, Chelmsford City. Here are your finalists for the women's 16 years 200 metres individual medley. Bolton is away off the block pretty evenly. That's this reaction coming from Croak down in lane 0. But now that they are up into their strokes, the orange hat of Basildon and Phoenix, that's Sky Carter in lane 4, is looking good, as is lane 7's Grace Greenhalf from City of Norwich as we go down into this butterfly to backstroke turn. It is Greenhalf who leads, 29.96 from Susie McNair, 30.06 with Carter, 30.31. They are your first three down the first 50 metres. And Susie McNair on the backstroke, that white hat, that green suit, looking good here. Having a good backstroke. Down in lane number 2, it is Ruby Stevenson of the City of Milton Keynes. But McNair has used this backstroke to open up a lead. She will turn in first position at the halfway point as we move on to the breaststroke. 104.18 with a split of 34.12. Quickest split in the field for McNair there on that backstroke. Watch the charge of the breaststrokers coming now. Going well. It is Stevenson of Milton Keynes. Still leading the way for now, it's McNair. From Stirling, looking good at the front of this one. It's all bunching up behind Stevenson though, as we turn onto the freestyle. Susie McNair over first, 146.88, just over a second ahead of Stevenson, with Molly Baker in third for the City of Sheffield. Sky Carter, that orange hat, gonna need a good freestyle to bring her through here. Fastest qualifier from Basildon and Phoenix. But Susie McNair looking very strong as we enter the final 10 metres of the race. It will be McNair that takes the victory on this one, but Carter is finishing extremely fast in lane 4, and she does come through to take the silver medal. 2:21.40 for that silver, just ahead of Ruby Stevenson. 2:21.81 for bronze, the Milton Keynes athlete. There is your winner. Commanding performance from McNair of Stirling Swimming. The official results are in, and she is confirmed as your champion. Susie McNair, Stirling Swim, takes the gold medal. Carter, silver for Basildon Phoenix, and Ruby Stevenson with the bronze for Milton Keynes. Your next event is the final of the women's 17 years 200 metres individual medley. In lane 0, Matilda Ransom, City of Cambridge. In lane 1, Sophie King of Woking. Lane 2, Eleanor Broughton, Repton. Lane 3, Evie Dilly of Millfield. Lane 4, Shola Robinson, City of Sheffield. Lane 5, Holly Marshall, Repton. Lane 6, Holly Widows, Mount Kelly. Lane 7, Matilda Bogle, Team Ipswich. Lane 8, Chloe Bound, Mount Kelly. Lane 9, Abby Mitchell, City of Leicester. Here are your finalists for the women's 17 years 200 metres individual medley. Strong reaction there from lane 6. That's Widows of Mount Kelly. She got off the block well and had the advantage, and she's come up in the lead in the first 25 metres. Also going well, it is Evie Dilly of Millfield in lane 3, and one lane up from her, Robinson of City of Sheffield. But as we head to the butterfly backstroke turn, it will be Widows of Mount Kelly that leads the way. 28.25 ahead of Robinson, 29.16, with Broughton of Repton finishing that fly strongly, as is Sophie King of Woking. They go through the 25 metres on this backstroke leg, and it's still Widows out in front at the moment. Evie Dilly making up a bit of ground on Robinson as we go through this backstroke and into the back to breast turn. 1:03.03 for Widows to lead at the halfway point. Robinson holding on to that second position. Dilly with a strong backstroke there for third at the halfway turn. Now we are on to the breaststroke. We're going well in lane 5 on this breaststroke. It's Holly Marshall of Repton, but still your leader for now is Widows of Mount Kelly in lane 6, but here comes Robinson. Shola Robinson of City of Sheffield looking to get back on terms with the early leader as they go stroke for stroke into this final turn. It is Robinson by 11/100ths a second who touches that final turn onto the freestyle in the lead. And now they all head for home. Robinson kicking hard. Widows trying to get back on level terms and overhaul Robinson. It's close, it's neck and neck. Robinson just with the advantage at the moment, but Widows is finishing very strongly, and the battle for bronze is open as well. As we come down for the touch, and it will be Widows that takes it, 2:17.66. Shola Robinson, silver, 2:18.04, the City of Sheffield swimmer, and bronze goes to Sophie King, 2:20.94 for the Woking swimmer. Just 3/100ths ahead of Holly Marshall in 4th position for Repton. They are your official results of the women's 17 years 200 metres individual medley. Holly Widows of Mount Kelly is your champion. We move on to our final event of this evening's heat. It's the women's 18 years and over 200 metres individual medley final. In lane 0, Beth Hall, Mount Kelly. In lane 1, it's Elsa McDonald of Edinburgh University. Lane 2, Eloise Rothburn-Jones, City of Cardiff. Lane 3, Scarlett Majors, Swansea University. Lane 4, Leah Stroshan, City of Leeds. Lane 5, Beatrice Varley, Plymouth Leander. In 6, Rebecca Sutton, Swansea University. Lane 7, Holly Robinson of Repton. Lane 8, Anna Farrow, City of Leicester. In lane 9, Annabelle Wilkinson, City of Sheffield. Here's your start list for the women's 18 years and over 200 metres individual medley final. All the way safely. The best reaction coming from Hall in lane 0 of Mount Kelly, and she comes up in the lead. There's hardly anything in it as they go through the 25 metres of the butterfly. Looking strong in lane 6 is Swansea University's Sutton. To come in to the turn down in lane 0, it is that quick reaction of Hall. Mount Kelly that gets her to the wall first, 28.50 ahead of Leah Stroshan, City of Leeds in lane 4, and Sutton of Swansea turning 3rd after the butterfly. Now onto the backstroke, still going well, difficult to see down at the bottom there. Hall of Mount Kelly, but coming through well in lane 5. Varley of Plymouth Leander having a great backstroke here. Major of Swansea University also going well on this backstroke, and it looks like it will be those two that lead at the halfway stage. It is Leander's Varley, Plymouth Leander's Varley, and Major of Swansea University. Rebecca Sutton of Swansea University in 3rd at that halfway point. We're now onto the breaststroke. Watch that yellow hat of City of Leeds for Schlosschen in lane 4. This is where she will try to make her way to the front of the field. Going well at the top for City of Sheffield is Wilkinson. She's coming through well, and now the breaststroke has evened things out in the centre of the pool. Schlossen had a great swim here. She will take the lead. The fantastic split, 38.79. Almost a full second quicker than anyone else in the field. Schlossen turns onto the freestyle, and they charge for home. You can hear the Plymouth Leander team behind me shouting very loud for Farley in lane 5, but currently it's Schlossen who leads the way for Leeds. It's going to come down to the wire. Schlossen with her head down, she goes through the flags. She's going to take this one. It is Leah Schlossen, City of Leeds, 2:16.22. Beatrice Farley, 2:16.94 for the silver. It was bronze to Scarlett Major, 2:17.29, beating her Swansea University teammate Rebecca Sutton into 4th place. There are your official results for the women's 18 years and over 200 metres IM. That is our final event for this evening in the pool, but there are medal ceremonies to come. We were treated to some great racing tonight, some really close races. And those medal ceremonies will be with us shortly. Our first medal ceremony is the men's 100 metres backstroke. These medals will be presented by Doug Whitlam, the Swim England president. The bronze medalist in the 14-15 years age group, City of Leeds, Daniel Ransom. In the 16 years age group from Mount Kelly, it's Fergus Thompson. And in the 17 years age group from Royal Wolverhampton School, it's David Annis. The silver medalist in the 14-15 years age group from Sutton Cheam, it's Aidan Orpin. In the 16-year age group from Chelsea and Westminster, it's Zinu Batelli. And in the 17 years age group, your silver medalist representing Ilfield is Connor Cherrington. And the gold medalist in the men's 14-15 years category, representing Royal Tunbridge Wells Monston, it's Aaron Bissett. The gold medalist in the 16 years category from Bishop Staunton, it's Toby Gottsell. And the gold medalist in the 17 years age group from Plymouth Leander, it's Finn Broekhoven. Our next medal ceremony will be for the men's 100 meters backstroke, 18 years and 19 years and over. Your bronze medalist in the 18 years age group representing Bath University, it's Oscar Barlow. And in the men's 19 years and over age group, representing University of Aberdeen Performance, it's Jamie Ferguson. The silver medalist in the men's 18 years age group, it's Kieran Grant. And in the 19 years and over age group representing Chelsea and Westminster is Pietro Ubatelli. It is not, that is what the results say, but of course we had 2 gold medalists in this one, so they are tied for first. My apologies, no silver medalist, even though Ubatelli has been given the number 2 next to his name. The gold medalist, first of 2, in the 18 years, 100 metres backstroke from Nottingham Leander, Lewis Warner. And then there is the shared gold medal in the 19 years and over, 100 metres backstroke. Pietro Ubatelli of Chelsea and Westminster. And then the second gold medalist in this one from City of Sheffield, it's Samuel Greenbank. Our next medal ceremony is for the women's 200 metres breaststroke. In the women's 13-14 years age group, your bronze medalist representing City of Salford is Anastasia Musat. In the 15 years age group, your bronze medalist representing Newcastle is Niamh Savory. And in the 16-year age group, representing Millfield, your bronze medalist, Charlotte Hardy. The silver medalist in the 13-14 years, representing City of Salford, is Gabrielle McCulloch. In the 15-year age group, your silver medalist representing Maxwell is Holly Waymond. And in the 16-year age group, representing Guildford City, it's Charlotte Cope. And your gold medalist in the women's 13-14 years age group, representing Sevenoaks, it's Imogen Miles. In the 15-year age group, your gold medalist from Rushmore Royals, it's Maisie Brown. And in the 16-year age group, representing Northumberland and Durham at Performance, it's Anna Finley. Our next medal ceremony is the women's 200 metres breaststroke. bronze medalist in the 17 years age group. Representing Millfield, it's Eleanor Hall. And in the 18 years and over age group, representing Repton, it's Hannah Bowley. Your silver medalist in the 17 years age group from Mount Kelly, it's Sophie Brassington. And in the 18 years and over age group from City of Leeds, it's Leah Schlotten. And your gold medalist in the 17 years age group from City of Sheffield, it's Charlotte Bianchi. And in the 18 years and over age group, your gold medalist from Loughborough University is Elizabeth Booker. In the medal ceremony for the men's multi-class 50 metres butterfly, your gold medalist from Northampton is Bruce D. Here is the medal ceremony for the men's 50 metres breaststroke. The bronze medalist in the 16 years age group, representing Maxwell, is Daniel Beadle. And in the 17 years age group, representing Whitgift, it's Alexander Corver. In the 16 years age group, the silver medalist from City of Leeds is George Brooks. And in the 17 years age group, the silver medalist representing Bracknell is Joshua Scott. The gold medalist in the 16 years 50 breaststroke, representing Clevedon, is Jamie Stedman. And in the 17 years age group, your gold medalist from Swindon Dolphins is Freddie Carter. In the 18 years age group of the 50 breaststroke, the bronze medalist from the City of Norwich, Olivia Verden. In the 19 years and over category, the bronze medalist from Birmingham University is Samuel Neal. The silver medalist in the 18 years age group from Poole, it's Oliver Jones. And the silver medalist from the 19 years and over age group for University of Stirling, it's Rory Dixon. And your gold medalist in the 18 years 50 metres breaststroke from Millfield, it's Elliot Woodburn. And your gold medalist in the men's 19 years and over 50 breaststroke from Loughborough University, it's Oliver Taverner. Now we move on to the medal ceremonies for the women's 200 metres individual medley. The bronze medalist in the 13-14 years age group from Wirral Metro, it's Abby Roscoe. In the 15 years age group, the bronze medalist from Cockermouth is Amber Rigg. And in the 16 years age group, from City of Milton Keynes, it's Ruby Stevenson. The silver medalist in the 13-14 years 200 metres individual medley from City of Sheffield, it's Willow Harrison. In the 15 years age group, your silver medalist from City of Salford is Katie Lee. And in the 16 years age group from Basildon Phoenix, it's Sky Carter. Your gold medalist in the 13-14 years age group from Tonbridge, it's Emily Smith. In the 15 years age group, your gold medalist from Northumbrian Durham Performance, it's Sarah Talentire. And in the 16-year age group, your gold medalist from Stirling Swim, it's Susie McNair. Here comes our final medal ceremony of the evening. Women's 200 metres individual medley. The bronze medalist in the 17 years age group from Woking, it's Sophie King. And the bronze medalist in the 18 years and over from Swansea University, it's Scarlett Major. Silver medalist in the 17 years age group from City of Sheffield, it's Shola Robinson. And the silver medalist in the 18 years and over age group from Plymouth Leander, Beatrice Farley. And your gold medalist in the 17 years age group from Mount Kelly, it's Holly Widows. And in the 18 years and over age group, your gold medalist from City of Leeds, it's Leah Schlossen. Well, that was a very exciting evening of finals for day number 3. It was a long day of heats, but we were rewarded with some exciting racing. Thank you for joining us. We will be back tomorrow at 8:30 for day 4 heats, and this is what you've got to look forward to. Multi-class 100 meters freestyle for men and women, women's 200 meters butterfly, men's 100 meters freestyle, multi-class 100 meters breaststroke for men, men's 100 meters freestyle, women's 50 meters freestyle, men's 400 meters individual medley, and then men's multi-class 50 meters breaststroke. Probably got a women's 100 breaststroke right there. Then we've got heats and finals of the women's 4x100 freestyle, and then the men's 200 freestyle relays. See you tomorrow.
Feeling that cost of living crunch? Labara are here to help.
All I want is great customer service and network, but for less.
That's why Labara gives you 15 gigabytes of 5G data and unlimited UK minutes and text for just £10 a month. Plus, no contract, change or cancel anytime.
An excellent customer service.
So what's stopping you joining the bill-busting revolution? Labara. More for less.
Half is fake, but everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. Hey!